I am Uncle Henry. I fight communism, devil worship, and immoral behavior along the Gulf Coast all the time. I used to fight it on Bay TV at 8:30s on Friday nights. That's about to come to an end as it seems. My labor negotiations have stalled. David Nyhart is my attorney, and it's just not going well. He's up against Frank McWright, representing Bay TV. I've got with me Mike Boyette, Mike the Hippie Boyette, a wrestler. Boyette, I'm going to talk to you in a minute, but first I need to talk to Ron Reams. Ron, welcome to the program. It's good to see you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Ron, you've been a topic of discussion on this program for the last couple of weeks because of your own labor negotiations with WKRG, and I've said some things, and you want to clarify. Yeah. Clarify what happened over at that WKRG.
Well, I just wanted to tell everybody that regardless of statements that have been made before, I was not fired as such. I was laid off from WKRG. The folks at KRG have been very kind to me. They gave me a 30-day notice, which was longer than I would have expected. It was a business decision. Apparently, it's one of these type things where they've just decided to make some cutbacks. And one of the cutbacks came in the news department. I've only been at WKRG for about 2.5 years. And so they decided to let me go. I worked at WABB for 5 years before that. And of course I did a program on the predecessor to Bay TV when it was called Blab TV, and I did a program called Wab Blab for a couple of years. So I know a little bit about negotiations with a TV network that you're going through, and I know a little bit about labor negotiations with a radio station too. So
well, I understand that they also made a cutback where Dick Hilton was concerned over at G100, or they don't call it that anymore, do they?
No, they don't call it G100.
99.9. I understand that Hilton has been laid off from being program director there, and now he's in charge of the that sign on top of the Altus Tower.
I'm not sure what Dick Hilton's status is at this point.
I'm hoping that tower can keep itself afloat financially. Listen, Ron, it's particularly good to have you on because I know that you're a Southern Baptist and you're not liberal like.
Well, you know, that's what kind of bothered me when I heard that you were sponsored by a beer company. I was my people at my church might hold that against me, but I believe in the freedom of the press. So.
I'm glad. Well, look, it's right for people that work hard and do good in the community to have a little bit of alcohol every now and again. Ain't nothing wrong with that, I don't think. I get tired when people bring that up to me on the telephone. It's amazing that you came, too, because I had other members of the liberal news media refuse to appear on this program.
Well, I don't consider myself to be liberal by any
stretch. I understand that. Like that Joanne Flirt at the Azalea City Newsletter, or what is it?
Azalea City News and Review.
That Joanne Flirt was going to be on this program, but she said, what was the direct quote? She said I had a cavalier attitude toward bodily functions. And she just didn't like that, so she's the program, and
I always kind of liked Joanne because she had some nice things to say about me. So
she did have some nice things to say about you, Ron Reams, and so that makes her, she's the third person that has refused to appear on this program. Harding Finley refused to appear on this program because he didn't have a designated driver that night. And Rusty Johnston refused to appear on this program because of his outrageous youthful looks. He felt like it would harm him in the community. Ron, you've been how long in radio news?
Well, I've been here in Mobile about 11 years. 10 of those years I've been in radio news. 1 year I worked at Channel 10 at WALA TV. I went from there to another station here in town. I've been at almost every station in town except for one, and that's KSJ.
Or KSJ, and you don't need to be there.
Well, they got Mike Sloan, and he's been there longer than anybody.
Mike Sloan, his secret, people don't know his secret, but Mike Sloan every morning just gets that Mobile Press Register's Metro Region section and just rewrites the Metro Region. So if you can't afford a newspaper, just turn on J Garbage and he'll say good morning, and he'll give you that damn Metro Region.
Yeah, Mike Sloan's been the longest time though for radio news than anybody, and I'm second.
What is that button you're wearing?
This is, well, I wish it was true. I'm in journalism for the money. It's not necessarily so. I wish it was, because unfortunately journalism doesn't pay that well, especially in Mobile, Alabama.
That's funny, isn't it, when they look at them TV news anchor people and people think they're highly paid and they're really not.
Well, the people that work for the networks are the ones making all the money, not
but the people in
not
Mobile.
The poor little